G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. Would you be looking at this? I'm cooking my tea on New Year's Eve on my father's Blacksmiths Forge. Now there's a reason for this. It's not just a mere affectation. In 1978, as I was going off to Old Barrel Airfield to my first job, my parents gave to me a Safari 2-burner gas stove. Okay, so 37 years down the track, on New Year's Eve, just as I went to commence to cook my dinner, this hose blew. It exploded. It went pop, bang. And I've had 3 attempts to fix it. And each time it's lasted 10 seconds, about 100 seconds, and perhaps 300 seconds. So there you go. You cannot cook your dinner in 4 minutes on an LP gas hose that's 37 years old and has failed and refuses to be repaired. This device will in fact boil water. It'll keep hot potatoes simmering, but it's not much good for cooking. The eggs for the omelette had already been cracked and broken. The mushrooms are there, the garlic's chopped up, the tomatoes ready, the bowl is ready, the frying pan and the spatula are prepared. Therefore, the omelette will be cooked on a blacksmith's forge. And if that's an omen for 2016, if it's an indication that petrochemical powered industrial civilization is about to fail as suddenly as my LP gas hose to my stove failed today, well, I guess it's lucky that I've got a blacksmith's forge as a backup that I can cook my tea on. So, what are you alls planning on doing when civilization and the trappings of civilization fail for you? Personally, I think it's probably about time to add garlic. There it be. And there it go. I may run short of food, but at least I'm not going to run short of fuel with which to cook my dinner. Yahoo yippee. We have boiling peas as well as boiling potatoes. We have a fire in the forge and we have fresh fuel ready to go. There are people who honestly believe that hillbillies are kind of like the scum of the earth. My personal opinion is that hillbillies are the last free-range humans still extant in Western civilization. And it's really interesting that when civilization falls, when cities collapse, when markets implode, the catch cry is head for the hills. Isn't that right? Well, guess what? There's already people living in the hills. And the lower your standard of living, then the less distance you've got to fall when the high times run over the cliff. It took me maybe half an hour of stunned disbelief and attempts to fix the suddenly failed technology before I was able to revert to cooking over a fire. What's your plan when the grid fails and the gas line runs empty and there's no fuel in the Bowser? Happy New Year. 2016 is going to be interesting times, just like the Chinese curse. Yeah? Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Ciao.